Any time I get to sit down and play Life is Strange, I know it's going to be a mix of fun, excitement, and then the inevitable severe depression that just makes me sit in silence for a while after playing, just soaking in what just happened, and it was no different here. Life is Strange gives me heartbreak after heartbreak, but I can't get enough of it. And why? Because I love sadness, I guess. I'm a weirdo. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way with Life is Strange, no matter what the game is. The original Life is Strange, Before the Storm, or Farewell. Farewell is about an hour and 30 minutes, at least it was to me, but that's because I love looking at everything around the environment, so that will make it a little longer. But out of all the episodes ever, this is definitely the shortest episode ever, which I guess makes sense, it is just a bonus episode after all. But in that short time, it gave me all of what I was expecting, showing us more of Max and Chloe's friendship.
Tell me that wasn't the coolest thing you've ever seen! You're insane.
I'm not gonna lie though, I thought I would feel, well, weird. You know, because we're playing as a 13-year-old girl. But man, you know what? These aren't just any random 13-year-olds, this is Max and Chloe. Two characters that we have come to know and love. So when I did play Farewell, I had a fun time playing it rather than feeling like a creep, watching two young girls pretending to be pirates. Okay, now I kind of feel like a creep. No, but it was really interesting to see more of the tragic backstory of Max and Chloe. We're back in 2008, and this is the year that William dies, and also the same time that Max moves to Seattle. I mean, think about that. Her dad dies, and her best friend moves away. I mean, that is such an unfair and horrible situation to deal with, especially as a 13-year-old. But she's just a kid. Hey, is it possible to give virtual characters huge hugs yet? Oh man. As we go along in this episode, we get a choice to have Max tell Chloe that she is moving to Seattle, or we can just continue on with the day and say nothing. Personally, I didn't choose to tell Chloe anything, so I have no idea what happens if we do that. I just couldn't bring myself to ruin this positive day that they were having in this episode. Chloe is so happy and cheerful that you don't want to ruin it.
Perfect.
And speaking of Chloe, all of this episode is set in her house. We start off in her room, but then we go to other areas of the house, along with the backyard, and even the attic. Wow, never thought I'd get excited about different parts of a house. But yeah, this is all very simple stuff, but I love how I just know Chloe's house so well. Even as I'm talking about it, I can imagine everything in my mind right now without having to see the game. Anyway, I think what I love about this bonus episode is that it's so simple. There isn't much going on, but I mean that in the nicest way possible. It's the little things that are interesting to me, such as looking around Chloe's room so I can put stuff into the trash, but then Chloe won't let me put it into the trash because her whole room is essentially a memory of her childhood. It just reminds me of my own life. You know, how you grow up and sometimes it's hard to let go of some stuff from the past. And that's what I enjoyed about this episode. The fact that it brings you back and it reminds you of how fast life can change and how things really don't last forever. Chloe comes off as more kid-like and comes out with most of the activities, while Max is much more introverted, and I think Chloe helps her out with expressing herself. It's cool and adorable. But that's what this episode is. It's a simple and short memory of their childish antics. And when you look at the sequels, such as Before the Storm and especially the original Life is Strange, it's extremely heartbreaking, and I think that's what makes this episode even sadder. Here they are being innocent kids, but not knowing what is in their future. That's what I was thinking as I was playing this. There is a lot of cruel shit coming their way, and this fun day that they're having is pretty much their last fun day. And then years pass by where Chloe doesn't see Max, and she won't get to see her dad for the rest of her life. Oh boy, that's heavy. I also found the foreshadowing interesting, like this scene when they dig the time capsule out of the ground, but it was actually more upsetting than cute. And this is because of Rachel being buried and found by Max and Chloe in the future. Now, I don't know if this is foreshadowing, but it made me think of that, and it looks a lot like that moment. But again, going back to that point where they have no idea what is in their future. And when I see this scene, it's such a small thing, but it's really, really depressingly sad.
What the? That is not what we buried.
So, even though this bonus episode, including this review, is short and simple, I still enjoyed it a lot. Plus, getting to hear Max's voice again was a real treat. It was really wonderful to see her again. I'm actually glad Farewell didn't go too crazy as well. I really enjoyed that laid back feel, and I had a more relaxed and peaceful time playing. It was also nice to have the original voice actresses back. I do think the voice acting is fine in Before the Storm, but having the originals back for Farewell is a fucking awesome thing. So really good job, Hannah and Ashley, and thank you for giving the world Max and Chloe. And thank you for watching this video. I will see you again, whenever that may be.